Okay, let me start by saying how's everyone's day going, and mine's is going pretty good. I just want to say to all those people who think they're going to church because they love God, some are, some are not, but realistically, a lot of them go. And one thing made for us is made for demons and Satan, and for those who don't believe that, a lot of the time you ask God to do something, and then once He doesn't do it, your faith in Him eventually just fades. Because everyone's born believing in Him. Things down here just happen to make you not believe. Like if you pray for Him to keep a love with the way you want Him to do it, or if you ask God to keep them down there for your own selfish reasons because you don't want them to die, even though they're suffering very badly. I'm just saying this life is a lot of issues and things are not always promised to work out the way you want them to. Like we all have a guilty thing where we all blame God for what's wrong with the world instead of looking at each other and saying, I wonder what I could do better to make the world somewhat better. It's not saying that, oh, you can just make everything better by yourself. It doesn't work like that, but at least try to, wake up, make someone's day better. Stop judging people, stop killing people, stop teasing people for what they don't have. But anyway, the whole thing with the going to church for why you really do, if you ask most people why they go to church, they'll tell you it's because they love God and they're going to church to thank God for how He got them through life and everything, which is true. But the spiritual deep reason is because the church made up a God that people fear that have actually never met Him, and they can tell you whatever about God they want to tell you, and they know you'll believe it because you've never actually seen Him before. And then they can tell you He's angry, He's vicious, He's evil, He's wrathful. And then they can lie to you and say He'll send you to hell, which is not true because He's a God who understands everybody, no matter what you did or who you are or how you got done by someone else or anything like that. God is how you say wise. Wisdom has a state of meaning that He understands everything people don't understand. Even if the sin a person does is so bad, people have to understand. A lot of the time a person hurts you is because they got hurt and they never got healed by the person that hurt them, so they just see someone else as a way to, they see someone else being happy, so they're like, let me see how I can hurt this person so I'm not the only person that's miserable on the face of the earth. And God's just like, well, you have two options. You can either do right and show that person a better way and teach yourself a better way, or you can do wrong and ruin someone else while you're being ruined. And people fail to realize God already knows what you're going to do before you do it. So if He was really about to send you to hell, He would just do it. He's God. He doesn't need to think about it. He doesn't need to wait for you to commit a sin. He's God. He can just send you straight to hell with no question. Everybody gives God a reason to, how you say, merciful. He would never do that because He already knows the sinful fact that He always forgives you. But are you willing to forgive the people that hurt you so you can feel better? Even though they may not ever forgive you, but just forgive them for your own spiritual clarity so you can live. And eventually they'll realize their wrongs. Not saying that everyone will, because there's a lot of stubborn people that will never come to the reality that they were wrong for what they did, because sometimes the shame of what they did is so bad that a lot of the time they just can't do it and don't want to do it. So that's people. There's people that can admit they were wrong. There's people that don't. There's people that it takes time for it to happen. If God's angry at you, God's going to send you to hell when you die. He's up there waiting to judge you. Answer this question for me. If God, who is so powerful and so mighty, has all power to do whatever He wants, He can send people to hell when He wants to, why does He not do that? Why? Anybody ever question God all powerful, almighty, who knows everything, but yet he gives people a second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, many chances to do right. This is the thing that people don't tell you in church. God, he's called the Heavenly Father because he forgives, he's understanding, and he actually cares. Unlike people who are unforgiving, people try to give God human emotions, and that doesn't exist with God. People know that people don't know God, so they know that they can use the unknowing God to use against people in fear, so that way they get what they want from you and they don't have to try. Just like back in slavery. Slave master used the God that our ancestors didn't know to put fear in us, so we do. The difference is, it's a pastor, not a slave master. Same routine, just different person doing it. Alright? And just so you know, that fear of hell is real, and a lot of people have it, and they think when they die they're going straight to hell if they didn't do what God asked them to do. And answer me this question. If God is so angry and wrathful, he created everything. If God really wanted to, he could kill everyone and destroy everything. Why hasn't he done that yet? And people say, oh, because God's giving you time. He's angry. Angry people don't give you time. Angry God wouldn't give you time. Then if you try to say, oh, well, he's a God who understands. Either he's a God who understands or he's a God that's angry. Which one is he? Because you're making him sound bipolar. Decisions do that. If anything, once you pass the Heavenly Father, listen to what I said. Heavenly, peaceful, loving, understanding, caring, joyful Father gets your point of your life. He understands why you mess up. He gets why you do dumb stuff. You're human. It's like that. And people say, oh, God's only going to forgive you so many times. Bruh, God forgives you as many times as you need it because he knows every day you wake up, you're going to fail somewhere. Nobody's perfect. Only one who was perfect is Jesus. That's it. Nobody else. He's the only one who's perfect. God alone is perfect. Man is screwed up. That's why every day you wake up, some people don't wake up. Some people wake up wanting to kill themselves because they battle demons. And if he does, it's just to show you, I don't want you to be here, but you want to be here, so I'm going to let you be here for a little while, and I'm going to take you out. And trust me when I tell you, people find it hard to believe in God, but it's not hard to believe in God. It's hard to believe in what people tell you who God is. But once you meet God for yourself, it's not that hard. So, again, I'm out. This is Matthew Horton. God bless. Or for those that don't believe, have a good day. Just trying to remember how to do that again.